Hey everybody, this is Brandon Walton from Student Media. I am outside of Albertson Stadium. We are just one day away from the Mountain West Championship game featuring our Boise State Broncos taking on the Fresno State Bulldogs. I sat down with both Boise State players and Fresno State players to talk about what this game means. All right, Coach, so it kind of all comes down to this, a whole season's worth of work playing the Mountain West Championship game. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, I think it's what you play for. You know, you want to have an opportunity to be in this game. You know, I think every single team talks about that in their conference or division and says that we want to have a chance to play for a championship. And, you know, so this is what we've worked to do. And, you know, Fresno State has been here. They were in this game last year, and so we have a chance to play against the champions. And so it's a great opportunity for us to be able to do that. I know our guys are excited about it.
Speaking of Fresno State, you guys played them in a very close game, 6-6, but it seemed like the record, they're better than the record indicates. Milk Jug 2 along the line. Just talk about kind of this rivalry and what this game is going to mean to you guys, and what do you have to do to win this game?
Well, those guys have always, you know, for a long time, Fresno State has played very well, and we know a lot of those guys that are on that football team. You know, and both teams would not be in this position if they didn't deserve to be here. You know, we played them this year, but I think those games are so far apart now that, you know, there's different teams, and we're going to have to play our very best. They're playing a very good brand of football right now. Guys are believing, and I think both sides are, and so it's going to be fun and competitive tomorrow night.
You know, the fact that we do have a chance to be here, they're just, you know, tickled pink and can't wait to play tomorrow.
Coach, you're obviously facing your biggest rival in Boise State, or one of your biggest rivals in Boise State. You had a very close game with them about a month and a half ago. Talk about the opportunity to play this team again for all the marbles.
Well, you know, it's one thing to be able to play in the championship game. The fact that we get a chance to play up here in Boise against a really good Boise team really makes it even more for our players. We did come up here, you know, a few weeks back, and at that point probably played as good of a game as we had played, you know, for at least 3 quarters. We got in the fourth quarter, tie ball game, and you know, they made some plays in the fourth quarter. A couple fourth down plays. We had a chance to, you know, get off the field, and they made some plays on their part. And then their defense stepped up, and we had converted some third and longs early in the game, and we did in the fourth quarter. So they've made the plays in the fourth quarter to get it done. Our guys realize that's football. If we can get that game back in the fourth quarter with a tie ball game or a one-score game either way, you know, we're hoping to flip it.
Darren, Boise State, they're one of the hottest offenses in the country now. Talk about, as a defense, what do you guys have to do to stop them?
Obviously, we got to stop the running game, and then we need to get takeaways, get pressure on the quarterback, and get takeaways and get the ball back to our offense.
Does the fact that you guys get a second shot at Boise State, beating them at their home turf, I mean, does that kind of get you guys fired up?
Yeah, definitely. You know, for me as a senior and, you know, the other upperclassmen, we know that we haven't had success over here on this blue turf. You know, so getting the opportunity to win a championship game in this stadium, it would definitely be huge.
All right, Darren, it's for all the marbles. Mountain West Championship game, ultimate goal. Kind of talk about how that feels.
It feels great. A lot of people don't get this opportunity that we have, and for us to be here is just a blessing. So we're just going to keep our eye on the prize and just play what we have.
You get to face arch rival Fresno State for the second time, arguably your guys' biggest rival. I mean, what does that kind of mean to face them again on the blue?
I mean, yeah, it's a rival game. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of intensity, a lot of competition, and we're just going to stick to what we do best, and that's playing football.
And you guys have had a really, great defense this season. You've kind of anchored that secondary. What do you guys have to do kind of as a defense to make sure you kind of slow them down and ultimately come away with the victory?
Just have to continue to do what we've been doing, listening to the coaches, doing our job, and making plays when provided the opportunity.
I think you guys were 3-6. I mean, how did you guys just not fold up? How did you guys just keep on going and just keep on winning?
Just pride. You know, if we went out there and just folded and just gave away the season, you know, that wouldn't look good. That wouldn't look good for us. It wouldn't look good for the Fresno community at all. You know, so we just went out there and like, hey, we're gonna put it all on the line. You know, if we get some help, hey, we get some help, and you know, we got help, and then it was time for us to control our own destiny, and you know, we got it done.
All right, Grant, the time has finally arrived. Mountain West Championship game. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it's exciting. This is one of our goals from the beginning of the season to get here. It's a great opportunity for our program. We're just excited for tomorrow night.
Have you guys done anything special in practice to prepare for facing Fresno State a second time this year?
Nothing too special. We're trying to stick with our plan, stick with our preparation plan, and we've done a pretty good job all week doing that.
Now you have to face the same team twice. I mean, it's difficult kind of be a team twice in 1 year. I mean, how are you guys going to kind of go about doing that?
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult, especially with a team like Fresno. They're very good, and so for us, it's a huge challenge. It's hard to beat a team twice, and you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Well, there you have it, guys. Players and coaches from both sides are jacked for tomorrow night's game. This is Brandon Walton. I will see you tomorrow night at Albertson Stadium for the Mountain West Championship game between Boise State and Fresno State.